Reacher Season 3 is now officially done and dusted. The finale has just aired. You can now watch all 8 episodes on Amazon Prime. So let's talk about it. So Season 3 is now done and dusted. And look, Season 3 overall has been fantastic. I've loved every single episode. And we just had the finale. And this finale was truly a spectacular finale. I mean, it has so much in it that I've loved. I've loved this story, the way that they were able to use Reacher in a different way from the first 2 seasons to make it feel different, but at the same time feel like it's still Reacher, still within that story parameters. By having him go on the inside, I thought that was a great idea. Now, coming into the finale, it was all about the deal that was going down. And they open up with the trap that was set, and Reacher just bodying people with the sniper rifle to begin with, and then he goes down there, and it's just an all-out gunfight down there, and they eventually do take them all out. Beck is still alive there, and they're like, so what are we going to do now? We need to take these trucks back to where the deal is happening at your house, and yeah, we need to get past Paulie to do that, and he says, don't worry about Paulie. Leave Paulie for me. So they had been hyping up Reacher versus Paulie the whole entire series. And I was looking forward to this fight the most because Reacher is normally bigger than everyone else so far in the first 2 seasons. So he always had that advantage. The strength advantage was always in him. The size advantage. Whenever someone punched him, he never felt it as much. But now we have someone who dwarfs him, who makes him look tiny. And it was always going to be, how was Reacher going to win? And when I tell you this battle, this fight, oh man, was a flat out war, man. I thought multiverses were going to absolutely get destroyed here. This was a Titanic level fight. I mean, they fought in the barn, they fought on grass, they fought in water, they fought over a cliff, they fought everywhere, man. And the beating that Reacher took, like, this was not a instant win for Reacher. Reacher took an absolute beating, man. Paulie just showcased you that the physical prowess of him was so superior to Reacher. And Reacher's not a small guy, man. But man, when he was hitting Paulie, it felt like me hitting Paulie. It was just like, bam. And Paulie's just looking at him like, is that all you got? Give me more. And just eating these punches left, right, center, it made it feel very small for Reacher. And then when Paulie struck Reacher, you felt it. It was as if an earthquake had just hit. That's how hard he was hitting him. So Reacher's had to really dive into his skills to survive this encounter. Because if he just goes blow for blow, strength for strength, he's going to lose. So he starts incorporating his training and his movements, the way to be able to dodge, block, and move, and to work on the body. So he starts to do that. They go through this gigantic battle in the barn, over the cliff, into the water, and you just think, all right, he's hit Paulie in the throat in the water, and, you know, obviously he had a rake in his leg, Paulie, so he's played with that. Paulie is now sinking. So you're thinking, all right, that's the end, right? That's the end. Reacher's finally won. Reacher comes out. He's walking down the road towards the house. He's trying to sprint and that, but he can't because obviously he's exhausted. He's just gone through a mammoth battle. And then we see Paulie come out of the forest limping, and he's not done. He is not done. And I was just like, yo, this battle's still going on. So they go into the hut where Paulie normally goes in at the gate, and they start fighting. And obviously it's who can get this gun first is going to win. And Reacher's all over it. Paulie's all over it. They're fighting and that. And it gets to the point where Paulie is behind the gun. He's pointing it at Reacher. Reacher puts his hands up, and Paulie goes, I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. That's why you can't beat me. And then fires the gun. But Reacher, he knew that. He had a plan. And he took a bullet out of the actual, what's it called? The magazine there. He pulled it out of there, put it into the actual barrel. So when he shot, it blew back and it got Paulie instead. And Paulie dies and Reacher says, yeah, but I'm smarter than you. So I thought that whole fight was fantastic. It was choreographed brilliantly. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt every single punch. It was so good. And then we have the stuff going on in the house. Neely, it's so great to see her back as well. She's been brilliant. She was there monitoring Quinn, trying to figure out what was going on. We had the older fella from the police who's working with them from the feds. He has his moment. He has his battle, and he gets messed up too. He does get messed up, but he ultimately wins. We have the woman agent. She finds Teresa. She saves her. She has a moment where she shoots his gun in the dick. So that meme of like from what is it, 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street? Yeah, you shot me in my dick. Yeah, that happened in this as well. I thought that was hilarious. She shot him in the dick and then killed him. Oh, it was hilarious. It was brilliant. But so the deal's going down. Quinn knows, oh, I need to get out. He grabs the money. Everything's going pear-shaped. He finds Beck's son, brings him in there, and then Bex comes in and he's like, no, I'm not letting this happen. And he's got the gun, the fake gun that his son bought him. And he's using it as a real gun. Quinn doesn't know this. So Quinn thinks it's a real one. So he puts the guns down and his son comes in. And as that's happening, the glue starts to come undone and the gun barrel starts to bend. And Quinn notices. So Quinn pulls out his gun. Beck pushes his son away and takes the shots. Quinn goes up and just goes, unloads a whole clip into him. And then Beck's son grabs an Uzi and shoots it, and then Quinn runs away. And I thought that was a great conclusion to Beck's character and where he's come, because of all the stuff that had happened, to now make the ultimate sacrifice for his son, to show him the ultimate compassion that he had for his son, the love that he truly had by giving up his own life to save him, I thought was absolutely fantastic. And it brought that character to a great conclusion. And it's all summed up in the end as well, when the son is telling Reacher, I'm glad I got to see that side of my dad, the side that loved me. And his only regret was not seeing it while he was alive more often. And I thought that was such a great thing for that character. So I really enjoyed that. Obviously, Quinn goes outside. The Russians are there. Everyone then comes out. You got Reacher, Neely, the two feds, they're there. And they're like, yo, we'll give you the money for Quinn. And they're like, well, what if I just take both? So Neely pulls out this grenade, pulls the thing, goes, well, you're not going to get either then, are you? And they're like, okay, fine. We came for the money. We're going to get the money. And we're going to go. You can have Quinn. Don't care what happens to him. So they grab the money and they go. And Neely's like, oh, yeah, it's just a paperweight. There's no explosives in there. So she bluffed. I love Neely. She's just fantastic. She's such a great addition. And I loved how they utilized her in this season. I really, really did. She was great. So then they leave Quinn with Reacher. And I love the interaction with Quinn. Quinn's like, I don't know who you are, man. Whatever's happened, we can work it out. And he just says the name. He tells the name of her to him. And then the memories come flashing back. And I must say, the acting from Brian T is fantastic, because the facial expression that he does to showcase the realization of, oh, shit, I know what I'm in. I know who you are now. And then Reacher going, seems like you remember now. And then Reacher just blows his head off with a shotgun. And you see it as well. Obviously, you're not like directly there, but it zooms out and you see the top of it just go, poof. It was brutal. Brilliant. But yeah, and it was great seeing Reacher go through the house with a shotgun, just nailing people. It's so good, man. There's something satisfying in movies and TVs when you watch someone come around with a shotgun and they just shoot him and it hits the person and they just blow back. It's so freaking cool. I don't know why. But I thought the conclusion, the finale, was absolutely fantastic. I thought it tied up everything. The only thing that I did not like about this season is the love interest stuff. I thought that was very shoehorned in. It was like, oh, we got to have a love interest for Reacher. It was never really developed. So I didn't really enjoy that. I didn't believe that bit. So that's my real only downside to this season. Other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed this whole entire season. I thought the action was a lot better than season 2. I also thought the story was better as well. And I think the tone and stuff was well balanced between, the comedy and the seriousness and that. And especially in this episode, it really got real serious because they're dealing with Quinn and all that stuff. So I really, really enjoyed all of this whole season as a whole. And this finale, I thought, was a great finale to end it all. And seeing everyone that Reacher getting his bike going. So yeah, I'm excited. And I love the conversation with Neely and Reacher at the end there where she's like, I finally figured out why you do this. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy season 3? Did you enjoy the finale? Let me know in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.